So we'll start seated position. Sit as fully upright as possible. Sit tall. Start to tune in to your body, the sensations within your body. With each inhale and exhale, noticing the general feeling of the sensations within your body. Start to bring attention to your seat, the groundedness in your seat, steadiness in your seat, your downward force of your pelvis into the sitting surface, whether it's a chair or a cushion or a cushioned chair. Notice the downward force of your pelvis into that sitting surface and the upward force of the sitting surface back up into your pelvis. And just notice that perfect balance and harmony between those two opposing forces. The downward force, the pelvis, and the perfectly balanced upward force of the chair. Coming into complete stillness, steadiness. Anchoring your attention there as you start to notice the breathing and the movement in your body that comes with each breath. On the inhale, the lower abdomen expands in all directions. And on the exhale, the abdomen retracts back in, navel returns back toward the spine. The inhale brings an expansion, and the exhale brings a retraction. Notice the flow, that movement through the body, even while remaining perfectly still and not performing any conscious movements. If you tune into the body, you will see there's a perfectly balanced and harmonious movement between the inhale and the exhale. Now begin to consciously bring some movement to the body. On each inhale, tilting the pelvis forward, expanding the belly. On each exhale, tucking the tailbone, bringing the navel back in toward the spine. Inhale, the belly expands, the pelvis tilts forward. Exhale, tuck the tailbone in. The navel moves toward the spine. Tilting the pelvis forward means that if your pelvis were a bucket of water, you would be pouring water out toward the front of your seat, the space between your knees. Tilting your pelvis back means you're tucking the tailbone. If your pelvis were a bucket, you would be pouring water behind your seat. As you move the pelvis with each inhale and exhale, maintain some attention on the steadiness, the foundation, the rootedness, the groundedness of your seat. Even though the pelvis is moving, it's that groundedness, it's that connection to the gravity of the earth through your seat that allows for the movement to take place. The inhale and the exhale. And we'll begin to bring some movement into the head and neck with each inhale and exhale. So on the inhale, the chin is going to lift. And on the exhale, the chin is going to tuck and the head is going to move forward to stretch the back of the neck. Inhale, tilt the pelvis forward. Lift the chest, lift the chin. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under. Tuck the chin. Let the head gently fall forward. Continue to move the entire spine with the breath. Maintaining attention on the steadiness in your seat. Maintaining attention on the expansion of the abdomen on the inhale, the retraction of the abdomen on the exhale. Also consciously moving the spine through full extension on the inhale and full flexion on the exhale. As you're performing that movement, begin to create a little bit of a sound with each inhale and exhale. It should sound like the breath is the ocean, or a slight high, or a sigh, or a hiss. Gently closing off the back of the throat ever so slightly to create that sound. As you're creating that sound, begin to listen to that sound. As you're listening to that sound, let that sound anchor your attention. Let the sound anchor your attention to the sensations in your body with each inhale and exhale. Still moving the spine with each inhale and exhale. Begin to activate your gazing point. And keeping the eyes closed, place your gaze to the point in the middle of the forehead, slightly above the line, the horizontal line of your eyebrows. And maintain your gaze there, even though the eyes are closed. Not looking for anything in particular, just gazing there. As you create the sound in the back of your throat with each inhale and exhale. As you listen to the sound, as you continue to move with each inhale and exhale. We'll begin to activate core muscles with each inhale and exhale. On the inhale, activating the pelvic floor. The pelvic floor are the muscles you would use to stop the flow of urine. Each inhale, engaging the pelvic floor. Each exhale, actively drawing the navel in toward the spine. Inhale, belly expands, engaging the pelvic floor. Exhale, tucking the tailbone under, drawing the navel in toward the spine, maintaining the gaze to the third eye point, in the middle of the forehead, maintaining the sound of the breath and maintaining some awareness of the groundedness and steadiness. Those perfectly balanced forces between your pelvis and the sitting surface. And then slowly allow the amplitude of your movement to diminish so that the pelvis is moving less and less with each breath until it comes into apparent stillness. While the pelvis is maintaining apparent stillness, continue to notice that there's still movement with each breath, the expansion of the inhale, the retraction of the exhale. Continue making sound with each breath. Continue focusing the eyes on the third eye point, middle of the forehead. Begin to engage the mantra here and now. Each inhale, silently repeat to yourself the word here, and on each exhale, silently repeat to yourself the word now. Inhale here, exhale now. Let the sound of your breath, and the words of your mantra, and the gazing point, steadiness of your seat, anchor your attention here and now in the present moment. It's not a matter of if the attention will wander, it's a matter of when. When the attention wanders away from the here and now in the present moment, the practice we're engaged in is to steer that attention back to here and now, repeating the words here and now on the inhale and exhale. Continue to make a sound with each breath so that we're listening to that sound. Keeping attention on the steadiness of our seat. Every time you steer the attention back, when you notice that it has wandered, it's a repetition of the practice. Every practice session is an accumulation of repetitions. Over time, the more repetitions we accumulate of any skill, the more effective we become at that skill. With attention resting on the breath, begin to let go of any sound of the breath. So not consciously making any sound, just listening to the breath. Begin to let go of any mantra. Let go of any of the tools that we just used and just bring some open awareness to the sensations within your body with each inhale and exhale. Observe the body. Observe the body and the sensations within the body on each breath. The inhale, the exhale. And then the spaces between the inhales and exhales. Space between the inhale and the exhale. Observing any sensations in your body and trying to tune into them at the level of pure awareness of the sensation. When we experience a sensation within the body, it's a very, very short time before the mind wants to label, analyze, and interpret that sensation. The practice here is not to stop the mind from doing that, but to let the mind do that, let it do its job, but tune our attention into the sensation. The sensation itself, a level of pure awareness of the sensation. Not trying to force the mind to be quiet, but tuning into the body. In that split second when a sensation is just a sensation. Observe your body and observe your mind. Hopefully the field of awareness is a lot more clear. The mind is quieter. The body carries less tension. And just remember that any serenity or inner peace that you are capable of cultivating today during this practice is always available. It's always within you. I would argue that it is our true nature. We have the capacity to tap into it anytime we like, and all it takes is practice.